Is there a way that you can hack the mind so that you can learn faster, whether it's for you yourself or for your kids? What's up, everyone? I want to welcome you to another episode of Unconscious Communication Secrets. My name is Munir, and today I want to be talking to you about spelling strategies. Essentially, I was doing my NLP course yesterday, and we were talking about a number of things. And someone asked me about, is this something that you can use in the educational space? They see a lot of potential, and I said yes. It's very, there's a lot of potential in education, and in fact, there's a lot of books about how we use NLP in education. And I wanted to give one specific application today, which is the secret spell to spelling. And the cool thing about this technique is actually I learned it from a 9-year-old. That's right. I learned this technique from a 9-year-old, and I swear to you, it's very, very, very powerful. And you can learn from a 9-year-old too. So, first of all, let me give you a quick analogy of what we're talking about in terms of learning, right? You've heard the phrase of trying to put a square peg into a round hole. And you're trying to force something into a place where it doesn't belong. And that's how our learning is in today's day and age. We're trying to force ourselves to learn a specific way when our brain isn't designed to learn that way. So when we talk about this spelling strategy, it's about learning things the way that our brain is designed to learn. So this technique, I've got to give credit where credit is due, is from he wrote the book when he was 9 years old, and the boy's name is Alexander Mole, and he wrote The Secret Spell to Spelling, the trick to tricky words. And very fascinating young boy. But basically, his mother was very heavily involved in the NLP world, and she's attended a number of NLP classes, as well as helped with Dr. Richard Bandler, and started to learn some of these strategies. And through that, Alex was exposed to some of these strategies, and he learned about something called modeling. And modeling is basically looking at what successful spellers, what these people were like that are amazing at spelling, what have they been doing in their mind in order to remember tricky words. And so he used this technique, and he came up with he's put this framework into his book. So, and I'm going to be sharing that with you today. So this is the spelling framework from the Secret Spell to Spelling from Alexander Mole. All right. So first of all, this spelling framework is based on something called chunking, where you break a word down into between 2 and 4 parts, right? And our mind is designed to work that way. It's designed to break things down. It can only handle about 5 to 7 bits of information, can't really handle more. So you want to be able to give our mind a small number of bits of information that it can handle. So this is how we remember phone numbers as well. We chunk it down into numbers like three numbers, etc. And think about, how do you tell people your phone number? Like, for example, when I tell people my phone number, it's 050 da da da. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? So looking at this, right? We're going to be chunking the word into small chunks, 2 to 4 parts, about potentially. So the first step is you want to pick a word that you want to learn, right? So if, let's say it's your kid, they want to learn how to spell neighbor. Okay, so we said that's the step 1. You pick the word that you want to learn. Now, step 2, you get about 3 to 4 or 5 pieces of paper, A4 bits of paper, and that are in different colors. Okay, so you want a blue, a yellow, green, etc. And you cut that A4 piece of paper into 4 pieces. And what you're going to do when you use this strategy, and you teach them this technique as on an ongoing basis, you want to have a same color for that you use always for the start of every word, a different color for the middle of the word, and a different color for the end of the word. I'm using Alex's model. I like his model. Basically, he uses yellow for the beginning of any word, green for the middle of any word, and blue for the end of any word. And then you add on if you have extra bits. So the start of the word, we're going to put on a yellow piece of paper. And then you're going to write down. So step 4, you break that word that you want to spell into 3 parts. Neighbor, so we have NEI, GHB, OUR. So there's different ways of breaking it into parts. It doesn't have to be 3 parts. It can, like I said, it can be a couple more, or if it's a smaller word, obviously it will be less. But in our example, we're going to use three parts. So if you can find a mini word in the word that you're trying to spell, you can use that. That helps you remember as well. Or if you want to do it by syllables, or just go as a straight split. So over here, it's a straight split. So NEI is one. We go GHB and OUR. OUR is a mini word, hour. Okay. So that's step 4. Step 5 is you're going to write each of those on a separate card. NEI, GHB, OUR, all on separate cards. Now, what the next step is, before I explain what the next step is, when we remember things, when we visualize things, we look up and to the right or to the left. Okay, that's where most people store visual memory. If you look at any picture of someone remembering something, it always like, you know, like if you watch a cartoon or image, like even this image over here that you'll see on my slide, it's a visual. When I type in and I search for remembering, right? The image that comes up is that image, because that's how people visualize. That's how people remember. So this is important to know for the next step, because in the next step, what you're going to do is you're going to place that first card, the first part of the word, above your eyes, and either to the left or to the right. Now, for different people, visual remembered is going to be on different sides. For most of us, left to our left and up and to the left is the most common, but not necessarily. So what you want to do is you want to place that there, and you just want to see which one feels most comfortable, which one feels about right. So you're going to hold it up there. Remember, this is where our visual memory is. So if you're just naturally placing it where our visual memory is supposed to be, that's going to be a lot more powerful. So Mazam, yes, this wish we could learn this way and not the traditional way. Exactly. This is the way that we're meant to learn. This is why NLP is very, very powerful, because this is the way that we're meant to learn. And this is the way that our brain is designed to function. So you're going to be placing that first card up and either to the left or to the right, and you just see which one feels most comfortable. And then you just want to imagine, you want to imagine that your mind is like a camera, and you're going to take a picture. So you're just going to place it there, and you'll just sort of go click. Let me just show you. You do a little bit of a blink and click, and like a click, click. Just take a picture with your mind. Take a picture with your mind. Take a picture with your mind. And then test it out. Just see. Well, like if you've actually made a picture, you'd be able to read it forwards, read it backwards, because you're reading it in your mind. You're no longer like trying to random memory. You're reading the yellow card, which means first part of the word. So you go NEI, then you'll go IEN, because you can read it backwards, etc. And then you repeat the process with the other parts of the word. So you'll do it for the first part of the word, then you'll take up the next one, and you click, 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 Then you do the next one, you click, click, click. And then what you'll find is, because you'll just sort of say, okay, I need to spell the word. First part of the word is yellow. Second part of the word is green. Third part is blue. You just go to your memory and you're reading it. And the test to see how well this worked is, if you do this correctly, you'll be able to read the word forwards. You'll be able to spell it backwards very easily. So someone that does this technique, you can spell the word forwards, you can spell the word backwards, you can go, spell it backwards and skip every second letter, because you're literally going to be reading it in your mind. So the way this works is, now it works the way the mind is designed to work. Because you've got an A4, you've split it into big, so you're writing in big handwriting. So and you're taking a picture of big letters in your mind, versus at school where they're teaching you to write tiny things. You're not easy. It's very difficult to have a visual of tiny letters that you've memorized in your mind, right? So this way is designed to work exactly around how your mind works. So, so you want to just do that for the different parts of the word, and then test it. You'll be able to read it forwards. You'll be able to read it backwards. And if you are able to do that, then you have memorized the word very effectively. Okay, so that is the spelling strategy. And the phrase of the day is, to master memory in the mind, use the mind the way it was designed. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Hope you found this useful. Hopefully you can use it with your family, your kids, and I will catch you on another video very, very soon. Peace out. One love. And if you have not, please do subscribe to my channel. And if you know anybody that will find this useful, this is a very, very powerful, if you've got kids, if you know anyone that has kids, they will find this very, very useful in terms of getting spelling. They'll be able to spell better than anybody in their class if they have this strategy. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I will catch you on another episode real soon. Peace out, one love, and I'll see you on another episode soon. Bye for now.